Alright YouTube, welcome to the channel UFO Nocturnal. Okay, look, sub to the channel. Now, I've been falsely accused of using Secure Team 10 to launch, I guess, or to promote my own channel. And look, I really resent that because, I mean, I'm just not that type. Oh, wait. What? Okay, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. You know. Okay, now look, I want to give a shout out to someone. There's someone that created a channel. It's called Insecure Team 10, I believe, and he made a comment in my comment section. So I'm gonna give him a shout out. Go check him out. But you better give me a shout out. That's how it works, buddy. I pat your back, you pat mine, okay? You owe me now. Boom, done. It's a deal. That's a virtual handshake, my friend. So look, what I want to tell you guys, oh wow. Oh, sorry, I got a little technical glitch here. I'm going to be posting a video each and every day, probably around 8, 9, 10 p.m. each and every day. Probably more like 3 a.m., but whatever, you get my point. I have a little case of insomnia. Okay, that's why it's called UFO Nocturnal, because I think nocturnal means night. Somebody fact check me. Hopefully, because my whole channel is based on that word and I didn't even look it up. Okay, so hopefully UFO Nocturnal News. And I was going to do UFNO, like UFNO, Nocturnal News, whatever. You get the point. I'm working on it. So, all right, guys. So, yeah, I'm going to be posting a video each and every day, and we're going to talk about all kinds of cool stuff. But first, let me give y'all a little something to look at. I mean, you're staring at a blank screen. Sorry, I'm a little bit sidetracked. It is my ADD kicking in. I do apologize. So what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about all kinds of cool stuff. A few examples. Hang on, let me get to a better video here, people. Okay, just wait a minute. Here, that looks good. Okay, for example, okay, the Belgian UFO Wave, one of my favorite, from 1989, 1990. Okay, something like 14,000 people observing multiple triangular shaped crafts in the sky, right? I'm sure you've all seen the documentaries, F-16 fighter jets chasing UFO around like a bunch of madmen, or Phoenix Lights, hundreds of people, probably thousands of people from Arizona, Mexico, Phoenix, including the governor, right? The governor witnessed a V-shaped craft with orb-like lights, okay? One of my favorite. These are the things I'm going to talk about on the channel. And there's a lot of new stuff too. I'm going to bring you guys new videos. We're going to talk about the old classics, the old UFO classics. You know what I'm talking about, right? The Battle of Los Angeles, right? Now, I think that was just shortly after Pearl Harbor. I mean, fact check me on that one. I'd hate to be wrong on that. They shot hundreds of rounds of ammunition into the sky. But I thought, could that be a case of mass hysteria? Could be. I really don't know. UFOs flying over Washington, right? President Truman ordered these things to be shot down, okay? Then he walked back, he goes, oh, hold up, I don't want to start another war. I better kind of walk that back a little bit. And then he did, right? And then he certainly did. I mean, you guys know Roswell, Area 51, Rendlesham Forest, the Warren Air Force Base UFO Incident. Okay, another one of my favorites. Now, if you guys haven't checked that one out, you need to. You really need to. Just another incredible documentary that actually I watched it last night, and I watched it a couple years ago, but there's some new documentaries out there, right? Look, let me give you a little 10-second, intro to it, whatever. A cigar-shaped craft, okay, seen hovering above the base. Like I said, tons of great documentaries about it out there. Taking over a nuclear facility, like tapping into their computers, all kinds of things. They said it was like a 40-foot craft, right, or a tic-tac shaped craft. Totally crazy, right? The Kecksburg Incident, 1965. Okay, a blazing fireball falling through the sky, crashing into Earth. Military shows up, quarantines the area. Then they haul off this mysterious object. I mean, again, there's just so many things I want to talk about. The Cash Landrum incident, okay? In fact, I watched that one again this morning. I've been doing my homework, okay? Referred to as a close encounter of the second kind. Okay, we're talking about a physical and mental impact that it had on all kinds of people, right? Military helicopters chasing a huge diamond-shaped craft, vehicle stopped working, all types of electrical interferences. Okay, I'm sure you've seen the documentaries. The West Wall, what was it? I think Westwall or Westall. Oh God, I should know this. I think it was Westall UFO sighting, right? And again, that was one of my favorites, although I can't remember the name, the title. These are like movies, you know. Okay, kids are out playing in the playground. They notice this craft hovering for like 20 to 30 minutes. One of them is levitating off the ground. I mean, there's just so many crazy things that has happened. Lonnie Zamora, okay, you guys, I'm sure you've heard about that. And recently, okay, the U.S. Navy, you know, I think the Navy, and especially like with Trump being in office, I think, you know, I thought like Clinton was going to give us, you know, he was going to, you know, crack open the whole UFO thing, but he didn't. But it seems like Trump, I don't know, he might, you know, he's got the new Space Force thing. Not a big Trump fan, whatever. You know, I'm not here to talk politics, okay? But he's crazy enough that he might, you know, he might reveal a little bit of something. Okay, the lights over Jerusalem, one of my favorites. Now, you guys tell me, was that CGI? I don't know. I got a video right here. Check this out. You tell me. This is one of my all-time favorite, you know, I guess sightings or UFO sighting that was caught on video, right? And you know, I've heard rumors too that like they had equipment on the ground, because you'll see this orb hovering over the dome, right? We're in Jerusalem, a very holy site here. And anyway, there was reports that there was this equipment, you know, that caused like the flash of light. They're saying, you know, no, this was, you know, some type of light show, laser, CGI, whatever. Right there, look at that. Look at that, bottom left, hovering. What the hell is that? Is that real? If that is real, in fact, I think that made like CNN News. Whoa, look at that. Boom, shot off like a rocket. I mean, imagine if you saw that. That would be life-changing. And you guys know I've shared my own UFO experience on my channel. I made a video, and I want to make a part 2 to that video because I don't feel like I did a good enough job on it. Because it started when I was a child. I had, you know, a being hovering over me, and I talked about that, and it kind of led on into my adult years. Up until a few years ago, I had 4 different incidents that happened, and they're all tied together. But anyway, could you imagine being there and seeing something like that? So, and another thing, you know, I've studied a lot of like independent sightings, you know, local sightings and encounters, abductions at a local level. I mean, those are some of the best, because a lot of this stuff on YouTube, it's all just like recycled crap. You know, it's like we've seen it all before, and it's hard to kind of weed through what is real, what is fake. It's incredibly difficult to do that. So, I don't know. Anyway, let's hop around here. Let's look. Let's see. Where are we at? Where am I? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I am on Twitter, the old Twitter. UFO. Boom. We're going to search. We're going to hit the video. Let's see what's going on here in the old UFO community, right? What we got here? What we got here? Let's see what this is. You know what bugs me? Have you seen those videos? Like people, they'll be recording out of their window, and it's like clearly a smudge, right, on their window. You know that? You know what? I don't even like that video. That drives me crazy. And then people are like, "Oh, it's a UFO." It's like, no. You just need to clean your window, buddy. You know, I recently watched a UFO sighting. It was actually some NASA footage, and it was the tether. Remember that? And also, remember old Secure Team 10? Remember what they did? They made a video talking about the tether, the NASA tether. And but anyway, there was these orb-like lights floating around it, and it turns out it was something trapped inside the glass. You have 2 panes of glass. You're in 0 gravity, right? So of course, you know, things are going to float. And I truly believe that's what it was. Okay, I also want to talk about the Mars Rover. How the hell is that thing still going, right? I mean, I can't even keep my 10-year-old truck going. And you got a rover that's been up there for like 10, 15 years, you know, however long. It's crazy. You know, and now, you know, we got SpaceX, you know, doing all this crazy stuff. I watched this really cool, it wasn't a documentary, but like a little 30-minute show last night on how they're going to, you know, colonize Mars. Okay, they're talking about, you know, artificial intelligence, you know, creating habitats on Mars. I mean, on planet Mars. How crazy is that? You know, so look, there is just an endless ocean of information and topics I want to cover. And like I said, every day between 8 and 10 p.m. or later, you know, I'm up late usually, so I'm going to bring you guys new content and things like that. But today I just wanted to get on here and talk, say hello, show you a few things, and, you know, just lighten the mood around here. There's too much drama, too much, you know, Secure Team 10, blah, blah, blah. I don't even care, whatever. You know, whatever. Like, you know, I'll never watch that channel again. And you guys know how I feel about that. So, but anyway, I'll probably leave it at that. I hope you guys have a great day. And again, please sub to the channel. It does help me out. I hate to be that guy that panders and begs, but it really does help, you know, when you're creating a new channel. So, all right, guys. Thank you for watching. Leave your comment below.